Founded in 1945, Oak Park is a great place to live. Known for our tight-knit community, tree-lined streets, and proximity to downtown Detroit, we have and hold dear a rich history of community, diversity, and connectedness. Rapid growth, overbuilt infrastructure, father time, and economic hardship hung heavy on some of Oak Park's signature infrastructure. And by 2015, 9 Mile Road was one of the worst to be found.
9 Mile was definitely not much desired at the time.
Seeing the need, but lacking the funds, city staff applied and were awarded a Center for New Urbanism project for Public Places grant, enabling the city to bring in planning expertise to begin to shape the community's vision for Oak Park's future that included a vibrant 9 Mile. The city set out to test and ensure real-world community support by everyday Oak Park residents.
We had a week's worth of charrettes with community members asking them what they wanted to see out of 9 Mile. In addition, in 2017, we held a pilot pop-up park in Sherman. Turns out residents really wanted to see that done permanently.
Creates a really unique draw along the corridor and also adds, a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of really cool placemaking that we think could really serve as a model for other communities in Oakland County.
We wanted to make sure that in one of our most challenged areas of the city that we could have a public amenity that was directly tied to it and people could access through the connector park into their neighborhood.
Collaboration and progressive grant seeking began to make this vision a reality across jurisdictional boundaries.
We had an opportunity to apply for a federal planning grant, and that ultimately we got it. And we got that because of partnerships. We all went at it together, we all got it. And the goal of that is to create safer, more interconnected streets between the jurisdictions.
We are inspired by what the City of Oak Park has done to transform 9 Mile.
Previously, 9 Mile was just a road that people passed through to get from point A to point B. We wanted to reimagine it and create a space that encouraged people to visit, invest in.
Lane shrinking design with the linear park and the pocket parks. Really, it's just the 9 Mile redesign is what brought us here.
As the mayor, I cannot tell you how proud I am of all of these developments that are happening in Oak Park. It took a long time to get the momentum going, and it felt like nothing was happening when we were busy planning.
Momentum around the 9 Mile project was growing exponentially, but unfortunately, available funds were not. City leaders once again put their heads together to find solutions and keep tangible progress on track.
More than just, hey, there's this little piece of land, there's a strategy involved, there's a, I think vision.
In response, the city launched a patronicity crowdfunding campaign through the Public Spaces Community Places program and raised more than $50,000 from local stakeholders. Additionally, the city applied and was awarded a $100,000 grant from the Department of Natural Resources to help fund construction of the connector park.
Really what set 9 Mile apart, it's so unique, yet at the same time it's something that's replicable, especially for urban areas where there's not a lot of opportunities for parks and open space, along with the connection that you were able to show to economic development and placemaking in your community. And that was just what wowed, honestly, our elected officials.
The largely transformed corridor was drawing attention and resident use.
I'm amazed, astounded.
To invest in Oak Park and build my business here. Go to the linear park to visit the different attractions off of 9 Mile in Oak Park. So it really does serve as a fantastic example of what is possible.
In our last project, we also added the protective cycle track that I'm standing on. That protects the bike lanes from the motoring traffic.
Our signaled intersections, and we looked to see where people were actually crossing the road illegally and added median crosswalks there so that it would be safer for our residents.
We knew that this was a corridor that the city was focused on transit-oriented development.
By 2023, the realization of the 9 Mile redesign, a complete corridor transformation, could really be seen, experienced, and was even beginning to be replicated.
Really epitomizes quality community planning, and it demonstrates the value that professional planners and the leaders in city management, the City Planning Commission, and the elected leaders, how together we create high quality communities that attract talent, attract residents, and attract business investment.
To get out in the community and see what is actually happening with your own eyes.
Oak Park leaders say they hope to work cooperatively across communities to generate more interest.
I mean, the changes are tenfold.
The 9 Mile redesign was once just a vision, but with some time and a whole lot of hard work, it's now become a reality. It is a complete corridor transformation here in the city of Oak Park.